Taurus Twin Flame Tarot reading. Taurus, this will be about your twin flame. If you do not have a twin flame, this reading is not for you. This is specifically for the people that are well aware that they have a twin flame. If you don't know you have a twin flame or not, it means that you don't have a twin flame. The easiest way to tell if you have a twin flame or not is uncertainty. If you don't know that you have a twin flame or not, it means that you don't. Okay? Because with a twin flame, you just know. There is the knowing. And it doesn't even matter if you don't know how you know, there's just knowing. Okay? Like deep, genuine knowing, not delusional wanna be knowing. Do you know what I mean? So be honest with yourself. Do not delude yourself. If this is not yours, do not take it. Simple, very simple. And there's a difference between a karmic and a twin flame. A lot of people mistake karmics and twin flames. A karmic will be in your life for a phase, and then once you learn the lesson, you will notice that everything around that karmic will shift, meaning you will not be feeling a pull towards each other. With a karmic, you will be tested, but once you pass the test, it's over. So it's I don't know how to explain it. You will feel it. With a karmic, it's different. A karmic will pull on you until you learn the lesson, and once you have learned the lesson, they fuck off. But a twin flame, they will teach you a lesson. You learn that lesson, you will be tested, but there is still a strong attraction and strong pull between the two of you. And that is the easiest way you can tell the difference between a karmic and a twin flame. Now that we said that, let's look into Taurus that has a twin flame. Show me the energy. Let's see what we need to say. Divine timing. You don't say. Everything about a twin flame is a divine timing. Everything about a twin flame is about divine timing. So, okay. We're starting with the obvious. Your twin flame is not spiritual. I want to say that. It's more like logical. And they're not very convinced. I mean, they might not even know what a twin flame is, and that's another thing. A lot of people, when I say a lot, not really. Some people are in a twin flame connection, but they don't even know what a twin flame connection is. They don't know. They're not spiritual. They could be either religious or atheist, but they feel it. Because with a twin flame, you will feel the connection anyway, whether you are spiritual or not. And I see that you have a person here that could be even not spiritual, more like the logical type, more like, give me the facts and logic, and that's it. So I see that this person is curious about the type of connection that they feel towards you, but they're not letting that curiosity take a huge part of them. Meaning, this is the type of person that will think their emotions and analyze them instead of feel their emotions. And that's where most people go wrong. When they start to analyze their feelings and stop feeling their feelings and start thinking their feelings, they are misled, right? But I do see that this person has potential to change things up, to learn something from you, to learn something about the connection they have with you. And it's going to take time. Divine timing and all, huh? It's going to take time with this person, okay? But I feel like this person is starting to understand that the energy they feel towards you is unlike anything they felt towards anyone. And it doesn't matter how long you've known this person, whether this is over the years or over months or over weeks. This person is feeling a different type of pull towards you. And that's what a twin flame is. It's a different pull. And most of the time, it's really hard to explain, especially if you've never experienced it. Do you know what I mean? Because how can you measure something when there is nothing to measure it against, right? And so I feel like this person is wondering, what is this? What am I feeling exactly? Why am I feeling like this towards Taurus? They are trying to understand it. They're trying to make sense of it. And they're slowly kind of like exploring the possible meaning and the possible different perspective they can gain from this. I do feel like this person is curious enough to gain a new perspective on this connection. Meaning there is the possibility that they will be conscious of the connection they have with you at some point, but they are nowhere near that point. I feel like this is the beginning of them gaining it, if that makes any sense. Knight, get your paws out of the... Get. Me painting a white canvas, priming it for a painting. I had a dream and I want to paint it, and it stuck with me, so I need to paint it in order to get it out of my system. But anyways, I want to say Cancer for some reason. You could be dealing with a Cancer. They could have Cancer in their chart, or you could have Cancer in your chart. I'm not sure, but I wanted to say Cancer. In fact, the signs that I see here: Sagittarius, Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, and that's it. So I don't know where Cancer came from, but Cancer came through. I do feel, Taurus, that this person is going to need time in order to understand the nature of this connection, and they might not reach that conclusion where they're like, oh, hey, you're my twin flame. They don't need to. They don't have to kind of be spiritual in order to feel what a twin flame is. But here is the thing. They still can get to experience it. So, let me see you. Let me see your energy, Taurus. Let me see you. You are more spiritually aware, huh? Yeah. You are familiar with the term twin flame, at least to some extent, you know. I'm not saying that you're a master, you know, like it feels like you have gone through an awakening recently that opened your eyes and kind of like made you gain different perspectives recently or recent enough. And this has caused a lot of change in your energy. This has probably aligned you with this twin flame, because it takes at least one to connect with a twin flame. You can't be both not knowing that this is a twin flame. At least one of you has to know, in order for one of you to have the influence on the other person, so that you can pull them up with you. So, for this person, you're definitely ahead of them. Okay, you're showing up as the Hermit. You're showing up with the Death card. This tells me that you changed recently or recent enough to know that you are more than you are. You know what I mean? That life is bigger than you. That there is a design. You are... Ouch, what is that? I'm not picking my nose, I promise. There's like a cut near my nose. Probably from wiping it too much. You are definitely on the right path, Taurus. You are on the path of knowing. You are on the right path to discover yourself. and your mission and what you're supposed to do. I see you also implementing necessary changes to align you more with what you're supposed to do on Earth. And that's like a beautiful type of discovery. Because in that discovery, you will feel more at peace and more in alignment with what you're supposed to do here. Like, why you? Why here? Why now? Why this? Why that? And these are all important questions for you to go after and discover for yourself. And I feel like you are on that journey, which is really wonderful to see, you know. So you are definitely ahead of this person. You are more in the knowing than they are. Okay, well, let's see if there's anything else to add to this, you know, because I clearly see there is divine timing here at play. That you two are meant to be, obviously, because a twin flame, there is no other way but to be together. You are already together energetically. You have discovered your twin flame. They are not very aware of the twin flame, but they are curious enough to learn from it or to learn about it. Now, when I say twin flame, I don't give a fuck about the twin flame term. I'm talking about the energy of the twin flame. They are curious about the energy that they feel, the pull that they feel towards you. You already feel the pull, you already know the pull. You already recognize them and the twin flame. Okay, so let's see what else do you want to say about this. Wow. Okay, so buckle up, Taurus. This is not going to be an easy journey. And let me tell you, it's not very special that it's not an easy journey. Meaning, most, if not all, if not all twin flame connections have that theme to it. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. This is not easy. If you're looking for easy, forget about the twin flame, look for a soulmate. That will be easy. But here's the thing. When it comes to your twin flame connection, there is nothing that compares to it. And that has two sides of the coins, or two sides of the coin. The one side of the coin is that it is marvelous, the best thing you will ever experience. The other side of that coin is as bad. So there is the theme of a twin flame is extreme. Extremely good and extremely bad. These are the two sides of that coin, of the twin flame coin. So if you are willing to go through so many changes and so many opportunities that will seem challenging, then a twin flame journey is for you. But if you're not ready for this twin flame journey, don't worry. You can be like, you know what, I don't want the twin flame. But if you do that, do know that in your next life, this will show up again until you feel that you are ready to experience the challenges that come through a twin flame connection. So whether you are ready or not, this lifetime or not, the twin flame is not going anywhere. So there is a choice. The choice is when. Now or later. And with the twin flame, it's both of you. You could be ready now. They are not. They could be ready now. You are not. And from what I see here, you are more ready than they are. For them, they're just curious. And that is the beginning of the right path, let's say. For example, if you find yourself interested in something, you'll be curious about it first and kind of like test the waters, dip your toes. You know, that's like good enough as a start. And let me tell you, once you taste the twin flame, There will be nothing that compares to it. So it's a choice. It's a choice of when. And you need to be reminded for some reason through this message that the twin flame journey is not for the weak. So are you up for the challenge? That's it. Now, the reason why you're being reminded of this is because you can say, no, I'm not up for the challenge. Maybe next life. You can do that. But if you are up for the challenge, just know that you will be tested. You will be tested. You will be tested so many times that you will experience life and death in one lifetime. There will be life, there will be death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. Because the twin flame will challenge the very notions that you understand about yourself, will challenge every part of your identity that you thought is you. And that's part of the journey. That's part of the restructuring of the self. The twin flame is not for the weak. And this is why I say in many cases, a lot of people think they have a twin flame, but not everyone has a twin flame. It's very selectively given. And if you have a mission greater than yourself, and for it to be carried out in a partnership, you will be assigned a twin flame. But if you don't, you will not be assigned a twin flame, and that's a good thing. So I don't know why people that don't have a twin flame wish upon themselves to have a twin flame. Because it's not for the weak, and it's not something that is pleasant. You will go through a lot of deaths and rebirths. It's almost like a sacrifice of the self for the greater good, you know? So it's not all that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the chemistry will be on fire, but hey, the opposite of that is also valid. Anyways, you are definitely ahead of this person, and you are still going through a lot of lessons and learning a lot of things about spirituality, which is a good thing. It tells me that you are on the right path and you are learning more about yourself and what your mission is. So that's good for you. This person is nowhere near you. But their curiosity towards you will be strong enough for them to be pulled into knowing more about the connection they have with you, and therefore also themselves in accordance to you. And that's where all the fun begins. Fun. Okay, that's what I have for you for now. 1818. I'll see you later.